Hey guys, say hello when you come in and comment down below. I don't have a lot of time here because I've got to get on to an interview here in just a couple of minutes. But I want to talk to you about the fact that you're living in the greatest time in world history. Now, let me ask you, are you feeling stressed? Are you feeling uncertain? Are you feeling a little discombobulated? Are you frustrated with the whole wearing of a mask? Hey, Margaret, and all those things that are going on in the world. Well, I get it because we're in very turbulent times. And yet, here's the bottom line. You grow the most in the crucible of challenge. You don't grow the most when things are easy. Don't wish for easy. Easy is the illusion of the unawake and unaware. And so this is the greatest time in modern history. And here's why. Because you have the greatest opportunity to grow. You have the greatest opportunity to realize and remember who you really are. You have the greatest opportunity to develop your awareness and your strength and your capabilities. Because how do you develop those things? How do you strengthen those things? You do that the same way you strengthen your muscles, by going to the gym and pushing heavier and heavier weights. Does that make sense to you? You know, Bersabeh and I went out for dinner on Saturday night for the first time in months. And we were sitting at the sushi bar, and about a quarter of the way into dinner, maybe half, she turned to me and she goes, "This doesn't feel fun anymore, does it? Are you feeling that? Are you feeling it? Because it's in the atmosphere. All the masks and all the social distancing and all the fear and all the frustration, it surrounds us because science tells us, and we know, everything is energy. You can't get away from it. You're immersed in it. The only thing you can do is to utilize it and be more than that." Now, the whole mask thing, don't get me started. Because anyone who thinks for themselves, which is not very many people, realizes that masks cause more of the problem. They don't solve the problem. Here's what the professionals in the know are saying, or are brave enough to say, is that we've all been exposed to COVID by now. And that's a good thing. Now, I'm not being cavalier. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't pay attention to those who are truly ill and take care of them. Of course we should. But the only way, you know, the media is saying cases on the rise, cases on the rise, cases on the rise, and Houston is going back into lockdown, and Florida is going back into lockdown. You know, let me just say straight up, that's a stupid move. And I'm sorry to be so crass. It's just stupidity. Because you don't get stronger by avoidance. Does that make sense to you? Your immune system has developed over millions of years, and the way that it gets stronger is by pushing up against heavier weights or resistance, just like your muscles do. And so you want to be exposed to virus. You want to be exposed to bacteria, because that's how your immune system develops, by beating those things and overcoming those things. And so if COVID cases are on the rise, and I might get taken down here, it wouldn't be the first time, but I'm going to say it anyway. If COVID cases are on the rise, then we should be good. We should be glad, because that's the only way we build what's called herd immunity. We don't get it through avoidance. Now, why is it that all these supposed intelligent, educated people from the World Health Organization and Mr. Fauci and many, many others don't know these things? Well, maybe they do know these things, and maybe there's another agenda. But here's my point. I got about 5 minutes here before I got to get on to a podcast. Here's my point. The most exciting time in world history doesn't mean it's easy. It's not supposed to be easy, because easy and great cannot coexist in the same space. I can promise you, if it's easy, it's not great. Are you with me? And so you have the opportunity right now to determine, and we have the opportunity right now to determine who we're going to be moving forward. Because let me tell you something, if we don't, we can either spin into the abyss or we can spin up into higher awareness and awakening. And the choice is ours. And if we don't spin up into higher awakeness and awakening and let go now of the old systems and the old programming, then not only are we in for a very dark future, but if you have children, your children, pay attention, are in for an incredibly dark future. And so who are you going to be? I have a deep-seated knowing, beyond belief, a knowing that you're here on purpose. You're here for a reason, and you have a purpose. And if you don't fulfill your purpose, you're not here by accident. Nothing happens by accident in this universe. We live in a very orderly universe. And if you don't fulfill your purpose in this lifetime, then there's a void in the universal plan. And so many people are going on with business as usual. You know, tell me how to grow my business, James. Tell me how to make more money, James. Tell me how to get more things, James. Tell me how to salvage what I'm doing, James. Well, let me tell you something. Though there's many on here. Hey, Nicole, love to do that. There's many on here who are part of our project Stay Home. We got a big night. We get together every Thursday night. And I'd encourage you to join us if you're really serious. Because we talk about deep topics. And I've got a very, very deep topic to go into this Thursday night for all of you members who are here. And there's a few. I've seen you. Because to the degree you're going on with business as usual, you're feeding the system. And the system is breaking down. It's a fact. The good news is every significant breakthrough is always preceded by a breakdown. And so, again, we're on the precipice of a major shift. And it's not going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy because it's gone on for a millennium in the way it is now. And we're coming to the critical fulcrum, the stress point. And here's what I'm going to suggest to you. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. The worst difficulties are yet to come. If you think it's been challenging so far in this year, you better get your game face on because it's going to only escalate and it's not going to alleviate, if ever, until at the earliest 2021. Because we have the elections coming up this fall, and there are powers that be who are doing everything within their power, heinous things, nefarious things, to throw things askew. I just saw a tweet by a Democratic U.S. senator that said, keep everything locked down. I don't know what she was thinking. She ended up taking it down, but that doesn't matter. A lot of people saw it before it came down. But she said, keep everything locked down because we don't want the economy to bounce back because that would give Trump an opportunity to win the election. And having the economy crash is a small price to pay to not have Trump in office. Are you serious right now? Do you know the implications of that? Obviously, she doesn't. Someone smacked her and she took it down, but her true feelings are her true feelings, and she's not the only one. And I'm not pro-Trump. I'm not anti-Trump. I'm not pro or anti-anybody. I'm pro being awake and thinking for yourself. COVID cases are on the rise. Good, because that's how we develop herd immunity. But the death toll is on the decline. Do your own diligence. The death toll is declining. Why is that? Because we're becoming immune to it. So, in other words, because COVID isn't scary enough anymore, they're starting to pump more things in. They're starting to create riots and division and all these other things so that we stay in utter, total chaos. And it's only going to get worse. I believe, I could be wrong, but I'm going to submit to you there's going to come a second lockdown in the autumn, and it's going to be longer and more restrictive than it was the first time. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. And so here's the bottom line. is that the number one objective you have right now is not your business. It's not more money. It's not more marketing. It's not more sales. The number one objective you have right now is to get your game face on and to get your head and your heart in the right place, to remember who you are and to rise above the propaganda and to get out of the fear and stay out of the fear and to take your power back. Because when I lost everything in 2010, if it was all about the house and the money and the business, I would have been melted down. I wouldn't be here with you today. But fortunately, I'd done the foundation work that I had something to stand on, even though everything out here was gone. And you have to do the same. If I can help you, go to my website, jamesarthurray.com. There's a whole lot of opportunities for you there. I usually put a link up, but I'm in a hurry and I got to get on a podcast. Hopefully this is resonating with you. If it has impact, then hit that share button. If this impacted you and you know people who need to hear this, please hit that share button. It's so easy to do, and that's how you can help impact the world. And let's wake people up. Let's get back to who we are. Let's remember who we are. And you're not your body. You're not your things. You're so much more than that. And we are not meant to live in fear. God bless you. Lots of love to you. And if I can help you, it'd be an honor and a privilege. Thanks for being here. Talk real soon.